News View here for you. Welcome to another edition of News View. This is April 2nd, Friday night, 2010. And it's Thursday when I'm doing this, but you get the picture. Yahoo News here has a story by the Associated Press about a Navy frigate that captured 5 pirates in Kenya. Um, Now, the Somali pirates have been a problem for quite some time, and uh, the Navy ship was attacked. This is guided a the USS Nicholas is a guided missile frigate ship, and the pirates they were searching for the pirates, and the Somali pirates attacked them, and it they captured 5 of the Somali pirates. And in other news, um, here we are, another story from MidwestAgNet.com, is it? Yeah, MidwestAgNet.com. And this is about U of I researchers have found new soybean aphids. Uh, these soybean aphids, well, they eat soybeans, and it says here they're the #1 insect threat to soybean production in the north central part of the United States. Um, They're saying last year farmers had to spray their fields, and even though they did that, the aphids survived and spread all over the place last fall. As you may remember, people in Champaign, Urbana, uh, they were every place. They got in cars, they got in your house, and if you squish them, they give off a bad odor. So these soybean aphids are those the same things as lady beetles, Asian lady beetles? Or are they different? I'm not sure, but they are a big problem in this part of the country every year now. And it says here that, well, they found new varieties of aphids, and this could be disastrous for the nation's soybean crop. It's a threat, and they found genetically, uh, these are green insects. I guess they're not the same as the lady beetle. I'm sorry if I confused you. Um, these aphids, though, are another nuisance in the Midwest here, and the farmers have had lots of trouble with them for the past few years, and it looks like there will be more trouble this year. And in national news now, um, from the New York Daily News.com, via Drudge Report, says Sarah Palin has asked to be taken off the invitation list for the National Republican Committee Party after she discovered that the committee was responsible for spending donor money at an erotic nightclub or something. Sarah Palin does not want to be invited to the Republican National Committee Party because of this, and it's a West Hollywood club that led to this. So there's that story. Yeah, this is some sick stuff here. And that's your news for this part of Newsview. I hope you stay tuned for the next part of Newsview after this break. Okay. Welcome back to Newsview. The next story is about Jimmy John's opening their 1,000th sandwich shop. That's 1,000 for all you people out there who don't know that. So Jimmy John's has opened another store, and this one's in Beaverton, Oregon. They say that Jimmy John's has opened nearly 200 restaurants per year, quote unquote, and this is from NACS Daily News, and the founder of Jimmy John's says they have, quote unquote, tenacious operators and precision and execution. Now, Jimmy John's is based in Champaign. They have their headquarters here, but I believe they started in Mattoon. Correct me if I'm wrong. And to do that, you can either call the station here, or you can email me at newsview@email.com. And that's the address for any news tips, comments, complaints. So Jimmy John's has opened its 1,000th sandwich shop in Oregon. And the next story is a sports story of the new Illini coach is looking for quarterbacks in Champaign. The new coach is is trying to give the team a boost, I think, after the last few years haven't really produced what the Illini fans are looking for in a team. It says here Illinois is trying to rebound from a 3-9 season, and the quarterback situation is the one thing people are going to ask about every day, and me also, said Coach Ron Zook. That's a quote from Ron Zook. And that's that story. So they're looking into quarterbacks for the team, the Illini football team this fall. Now this is written by the Herald and Review, which is a Decatur newspaper. If you live just west of Champaign, you can probably pick up one easily. And the next story is that Amcor Bank sold 14 locations to Midland States Bank. This is from CNNMoney.com. In Rockford, Illinois, I guess is where Amcor Bank is headquartered. They have sold 14 of their banks to Midland States Bank, like I said, and Amcor Financial Inc. is headquartered in northern Illinois. I guess they might have one in Rockford in that case. Midland States Bank is headquartered in Effingham, Illinois, which is in south central Illinois. And they do operate an office in Champaign, Illinois, as well as Effingham, Centralia, Greenville, Farina, Vandalia, Columbia, Freeburg, Hecker, Smithton, Waterloo, and Chesterfield, Missouri. And so Amcor Bank is now Midland States Bank in some locations. That's that story for tonight. And once again, if you have any tips, news, or any complaints or comments, just email those, pass those along to me at newsview@email.com, or call the station here at UPTV in Urbana. Now this next story is about the emerald ash borer, which kills trees, and they found one at an interstate rest area in Iroquois County. They've infested trees near Interstate 57, just north of Lona, Illinois, according to the Illinois Department of Agriculture. This is an Associated Press story, and it's on fox2now.com, which is a St. Louis Fox affiliate station website. And I think we will go to break number 2 now. And here is your News View weather forecast for Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday night, low temperature 55 degrees Fahrenheit, chance of thunderstorms. Saturday night, high temperature, Saturday high 63 degrees, and this with thunderstorms, low 45 degrees. And for your Easter Sunday in Champaign-Urbana, 67 degrees, cloudy, and Sunday night, low temperature of 46 degrees Fahrenheit. And that is your News View weather for the weekend of April 2nd, 2010. Welcome back to Urbana-Champaign's smallest newscast, News View, on UPTV 6 and 99. Next story here is about the Muhammad IGA grocery store, and it says here that they have gone greener. They've gotten greener. They have a compressor system to cool the store's coolers, and it's a geothermal system that uses groundwater at a 53-degree temperature to cool the compressors. And it saves them energy, and probably saves them money, and an IGA store, in a related note here, in Washington State, installed 30 skylights. That's a lot of skylights for one IGA store. It must be a big store. I don't think I've ever seen a IGA that big. I don't know how big the skylights are, though. The Super Walmart in Savoy has, pretty small skylights, but there's a lot of them. But it's a big Walmart. The next story here is Rhode Island news. Flooding in Rhode Island. The state of Rhode Island has sewage plants overwhelmed, and residents and retailers, it says, are in trouble too. Wednesday, they had water levels increasing as it got darker out, and National Guardsmen were soaked along Route 95 and saw the sandbags they'd worked for hours to stack spill the water to spill over the sandbags. This flooding has been pretty devastating in Rhode Island. There's been some flooding in Illinois lately, but not this bad as in Rhode Island. It says half a dozen sewage treatment plants are compromised or overwhelmed. By this, the most destructive flood in the state's recorded history. So this has been a very bad flood for Rhode Island. And I don't know if it's going to rain more there. It might. And one last story before we say goodnight here at Newsview. Conan O'Brien and Jay Leno, as you probably know, haven't had much fun with their network, NBC, or I guess it was Conan's network. It may not be anymore soon. But Jay Leno feels that neither him nor Conan were treated fairly. Uh, Conan O'Brien was on the Joy Behar show, and they talked about this. Or no, Jay Leno was on the Jay Leno was on the Joy Behar show, and they talked about this. And Leno doesn't understand why he quote got beat up over it, and as you may know, Conan O'Brien may move to Fox, a network he's worked for before. And that is Newsview for Friday, April 2nd, 2010. If you have any news tips, email them to me at newsview@email.com. Have a good night.